Brittany here, and I'm going to do a movie review for you today. The movie I'm going to be reviewing is Thor. Thor was made in like 2010, 2011. I think it's 2010. It doesn't really matter. Most people don't care when a movie is made anyway. But for those of you who do care, it was around 2010, 2011. This Thor is based off of Stan Lee's comic book hero, Thor. I'm a little mad at Stan Lee right now. So, not like I don't know him personally, but I'm a little bit mad at him because it's like, if you're going to use a character from mythology, you might want to read a little bit more of his mythology before you draw and base a character and the storyline off of him. That would be great if you did that. But Stan Lee was just like, I heard some shit, it'll work. Like, that's kind of what he did. And it makes me mad, because I'm a mythology buff, and if you fuck it up, I will tell you about it. So, if Stan Lee ever watches this, which I highly doubt he will, next time you make a superhero from a mythological character, do it right. Read all of his myths, draw him to the description in his myths, okay? Make his relationships the way they are in his myths. You can tweak it here and there, but you can't completely fuck it over. Alright, I'll get to what he messed up as we roll on through the movie. Thor, as far as cinematic value, entertaining storyline, it's pretty good. I like that. The only thing that really bugs me is the mythological errors that he did. So, I loved how they portrayed Asgard and stuff, and he actually incorporated the Asgard uses different halls and stuff like that, because all the gods have their own halls and house, you know, like whatever, and he actually incorporated that. It's kind of cool how he made, like, Odin, like, king, too, like, royal gods, non-royal gods type thing, and they had, like, an army, too. I thought that was kind of cool to, like, tweak that a little bit, and of course the special effects and stuff for the Bifrost Bridge, which is a rainbow bridge, and everything's cool. Now, what I didn't like at the beginning, pretty much the very beginning, when they were fighting, there's like this war between the frost giants of Jotunheim and the gods of Asgard. Okay, well, what I didn't like is that Odin, alright, from the very beginning, Odin, like, loses his eye in the battle, and that does not happen. He doesn't lose his eye in the battle. He trades his eye for knowledge in one of the myths. I mean, I guess it's a cool way to see how he got his eye, but it's missing, but it's like, you could have just had his eye missing from the beginning of the war. It really wouldn't have mattered. It's just like one little goofy, like one little gory thing they had to add in there. Like, it wasn't really necessary to try and give a reason for why he lost his eye. You could have just had it be gone from the beginning. So anyway, after the war, it tells about the war, like, it actually starts the movie. You see a little Thor and little Loki, and like their dad, Odin, is telling them about the war. And they're like, oh, when I'm king. Well, Thor's like, when I'm king, I'm gonna be so awesome. I'm gonna be the fastest like you did, Dad. And Loki's like, what ifs? Like, I don't know. It's like, you do that, Thor. Like, but that kind of made me mad a little bit, because I'm like, really? Everyone knows that Loki and Thor are not really brothers. But in the, he corrects that later, and I'm like, thank you. Alright. So basically, from there it goes, and like Thor's older, and he's about to become the king of the gods, and there's like a break-in, and he can't. And so he defeats the people that broke in. They try to take this box or whatever, which is like belongs to the Frost Giants. They're Frost Giants, okay. And Thor's like, Laufey's trying to start a war. We have a treaty with him. Why would he do that? And he wants to start a war. And Odin's like, no. And Thor's like, oh, yes. And Odin's like, yeah, you're not ready to be king if you want to start a war without knowing complete reasoning as to why people do things. But Thor's all mad, and he goes and he's like, and one of the dudes is like, why not, let's go ahead, and he's like, he's kind of chubby, with, muscular chubby, not like you can tell he's muscle, but it's not like defined muscle, like, whatever. And he has like a big bushy red beard and red hair. That is what Thor should look like. That is Thor's description in the books. They make him someone else. Thor is not blonde with a little bit of beard, and this, his muscles are okay. I mean, I like the dude they picked for the comic book version, but again, with my mythology buff, he should have had, from the beginning in the comics, red bushy beard and red hair. But whatever. And then, like, there's the only girl on the team is Sif. And I'm like, the fuck did you do to Sif? Because Sif is Thor's wife in mythology. Not his wife now, because he openly flirts with the chick later in the movie. In front of her. She's supposed to have long, golden hair. She's renowned for this. And he was like back black hair. Oh, I'm so mad. I was so mad. But whatever, and they go, and they try to start a war with Laufey, and they can't, and Loki's like against it from the beginning. Loki's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe we should. Loki puts a little bit of his manipulation there. I love Loki. I like who they picked for Loki, too. Kind of suave, debonair man, but anyway, and they get caught. And Daddy Odin's not happy, and he goes, strip all your powers and send you to Earth, to Thor. And Thor's in Earth now, and he lands like a fucking UFO crash, and to a crater. And this human finds him, this human girl, whatever, who's like studying dimensional rifts. Basically, the rest of this. The rest of it is Thor teams up with this girl because his dad took away his hammer too, and he needs his hammer back. Mjolnir, which his dad didn't give him the hammer in mythology. Loki acquired the hammer for him. But whatever. And like Loki plots with Laufey, who, this is where he corrects the thing. Laufey is actually his dad. which is wrong, again, because Laufey is actually his mother in mythology. But, whatever, I don't know what I'm talking about. Also, it kind of pissed me off that they made Loki a frost giant. Like, he has frost giant powers. He's not a frost giant. No. One of Loki's, like, things that he does is with fire. Fire. He's a fire guy, not a frost giant. Okay? Just because most things are frost giants doesn't mean he is. It clearly describes him anything like the frost giants in any way. So, yeah, they make him a frost giant. Like, what? No. And he teams up against this girl, against these people on Earth that are trying to take her research, and simultaneously against his own brother. Anyway, in the end they win. Whoopity-doo. For now, until the Avengers and Loki comes back. Ba-da-da. Awesome. Wonderful. There's some huge mythological errors, and if you're a mythological buff like me, then it'll be like a 3.5 to a 4-star movie, dependent on how lenient you are with people messing up mythology. Okay. If you don't give a crap about mythology, then it's like a 4.5. So, awesome, great. Goodbye. If I get any more pissed off.